Right, Sean, Katie, Sean. Katie, what happened in the last episode of Bridgerton?
Why are you asking me? Shouldn't I be asking you?
Okay, you ask me.
What happened in the last episode of Bridgerton?
What happened in the last episode of Bridgerton? I have no idea.
Do you mean it was the halfway point?
Actually, I'm joking. I was joking. That's what you normally do. So there was a gathering, social gathering.
Social gathering.
They all went and flounced a little bit, had a bit of a dance. Debling, I actually used his real name there. Deblin was sort of, posing the question of proposing to Penelope.
Mm-hmm.
And she seemed like she was game for it. What's her face? Her mother, the horrible one. She was kind of like, "You gotta do it. You gotta do it."
Yeah, because she was like, "There's no better match for you. This is it."
Yeah, but Debling realised about midway through that Penelope is rather smitten with Colin.
It's because of Cressida, wasn't it?
Yeah, because everyone already knows, except literally her and Colin.
Yeah.
So there was that. Violet helped Colin see the light. She gave him some advice, some good advice, because that's all she's good for, is really great advice. She's a great woman. Then she had a bit of a flirt with Lady Danbury's brother, who seems a little bit rakish, but a little bit cool as well.
Yeah.
Then what else was there? There was Francesca and the guy.
What was his name again? He's the Earl of Sterling. He's the Earl of Sterling or something, isn't he?
Yeah. Him. They sort of fancy each other.
Yeah.
But there was an instance where
Kilmartin.
Lord
Kilmartin.
And she sort of said something to him about music, about how a certain thing should be played. Then he kind of disappeared. She thought he didn't like her, but then he came back with the music, and the music was all romantic and stuff. And she was sat fiddling on that piano because she was
done with how she wanted it to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which the Queen didn't like because she's trying to set her up with a Marquess of somewhere.
Yeah. Who's her friend?
Yeah.
Then Cressida seems to be after Debling.
Which is now
probably
open.
Yeah.
Because, he's no longer interested in Penelope.
But then, I suppose the big thing that I've avoided for 2 minutes is that Colin basically asked Penelope to marry him. And then they had a very intimate sort of, I don't know what you would call it, scene in a carriage. Yeah, with all the windows down so everyone in the world could hear them. Yeah, and he asked her to marry him.
I was really surprised that they've already confessed, so it's like,
good for
what
them.
else is going to happen?
Good for them, though. But then what else was there about?
Both of Penelope's sisters believe that they're pregnant.
Yeah.
Don't they?
The Kents. His club.
He's been told that it's not very gentlemanly of him to work.
Yeah.
Essentially, he is adamant on keeping his club, but his wife is kind of like, let's just
leave
that life behind, and
But there's also, was it Danbury or was it the Queen said something like, "Yeah, you've got to convince him to give it up."
Because she was with Danbury and like the Queen's box, wouldn't she? But she said the Queen won't look too favourably on like a working man.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're gonna have to.
See that? That's how you did it. 4 minutes. You normally take about 7 minutes.
How rude.
That's how you do
I
it.
have a bad memory, okay?
That's because my brain is more developed than yours. Yeah. So this is episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
5. So let's watch. I'm going to be calm in this. Not going to react too crazily, which won't make for a good video, but that doesn't matter.
While most seasons of our fair marriage mart follow a predictable pattern, this author likes it most when there is a surprise.
Oh no.
I wonder how they're going to react.
She didn't She looked very sad when she was writing there. Oh, Benedict and the Vixen.
The Vixen.
No, that's not what I was calling her. The Temptress.
The Temptress. I think the second half of this is going to be about her telling Colin that she's Whistledown. It's going to have to happen.
That surprise.
Oh, that's lovely.
I thought they don't even look surprised.
Hyacinth, I do not think Penelope can breathe.
This is just... We've known Penelope for all these years. Now she'll be my sister. I am delighted for you both.
God, you are you all true. Is it because she's going to be with a family that actually likes her?
Oh, come on, be nice.
Excuse me.
Ooh.
Let me... Do not answer that. I do not want to know. You cannot marry him.
Eloise,
Does he know that you are Whistledown?
does not know, please. Eloise, please do not tell him. Just let him hear it from me. I just need a little time to find the right moment, but I will tell him. You have my word. Very well.
Does she think that she was only ever friends with her because she fancied Colin, maybe?
I was going to say there could be a few reasons why she's so upset there, couldn't there?
She's upset.
She didn't tell her that she had feelings for Colin. She's upset that she hasn't told Colin that she's Whistledown and they're already engaged.
I'm sure of it.
I'm already on edge!
Remember how you said you weren't going to
Surely
get
a
stressed?
wonderful time for the happy couple.
That lasted all of 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, look, the tree's blowing.
Oh no.
It's not in bloom.
Metaphor.
Metaphor. Maybe that's the thing. The tree.
Oh no. There's going to be some turbulence. No.
Can you imagine, man? It's a tree blowing.
Why do we get... You get so excited over a tree. Oh my god.
Oh, it's the Temptress and Benedict. I should know her name. People have commented her name, and I still...
As she's told us her name and I've already forgotten.
Is that Lady Whistledown? I think you would find her rather common.
It is anything but common to be a lady who speaks her mind.
Oh.
Is this how he's going to find out?
It is said that surprise is 1 part secrecy and 1 part speed. And last night, an announcement came with great speed.
That's how she's going to find out.
Continue reading aloud.
Rumoured assistance in helping Miss Featherington find a husband has instead led to the two of them finding each other.
Give that to me.
The city lacks in natural beauty. It certainly makes up for an entertainment.
Who needs fresh air when there is fresh gossip?
I love Danbury.
Oh, good grief.
I let my guard down for 1 week. Some impudent quotation to ridicule me in front of my peerage.
It's okay.
It's here, Your Majesty.
What if she's not horrible towards her though? What if
Read
she's
it to me.
It's not about her, is it? It's about Penelope
Miss
and...
Francesca Bridgerton is also making the most of the season. Her eye seems to be no longer on the Marquis Samadani and instead on John Sterling, Earl of Kilmartin.
Is that all?
So saying she wasn't horrible about her, was she?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Oh, there's a plot hatching in that brain of hers. Ever since we watched Queen Charlotte, I love the Queen. Hey!
Oh.
It's the Viscount and... What's she? The Viscountess.
Viscountess.
And soon to be mother of my child.
Oh.
I'm eager to tell the family.
Oh.
So much so that I could shout for all of Mayfair to hear!
That's not even the biggest gossip.
Oh god. Imagine if he goes in, he's like, oh, she's pregnant, and she's like, Colin's like, oh, we're engaged.
That's what I mean. Nice carriage. Blinged out. How did the kid break his arm again?
Used to such long journeys if every return was like this.
How did the kid break his arm again? Did it ever tell you?
Oh, I can't remember.
Good day.
You delay, so I shall. Colin is engaged to Penelope Featherington.
Hyacinth may be the most excited of us all.
Congratulations.
Well, what wonderful news.
Of course.
I think of you as the family pet.
Why?
Where did she get so much sass from? Who does she think she is, like? What's his name again?
Gregory.
He is the family pet at this point, isn't he?
That is the only conclusion one can draw. Is he not on death's doorstep?
Sadly, no. Though ripe in years, he has assured my father he is the picture of health.
Well, what about Devlin or the Marquess?
It is all right. If I do have to marry a man who could be my great-grandfather.
Sounds like quite a life.
Bless her.
I think there's more to Prunella than meets the eye. She might seem
was very well,
shallow and,
but
you know.
we have bigger fish to fry. My feelings for Penelope are not a thunderbolt from the sky. I have known her a very long time, and perhaps I have always felt something for her. My only foolishness this time was not realizing it soon.
Have you said these words to her?
Very well.
Look at Anthony being
Perhaps I
like
shall go and see Penelope now.
First,
you know, the supportive big brother.
to your wives. Congratulations.
I don't think that table could get any more chiseled if it tried. The jaws alone look like they're made of granite.
So pretty.
Mama.
I think she looks really pretty.
She does. I'm glad you said it because I sound shallow when I say it.
This is how I hear of my daughter's engagement.
Oh, shut it.
You hide out in your room all day. A reach, to be sure, but with all his eccentricities, it was a secure match. You've thrown that away to play out what? A fancy on the neighbour boy, who happens to be the most desired man of the season.
I do not think it's unreasonable. Colin cares for me.
Has he told you that he loves you?
Your daughter did not entrap me. I proposed to her out of love, nothing less. And were you not so narrowly concerned over your own standing, you might see that Penelope is the most eligible amongst you.
Oh!
In the future, I advise you not to sully our Bridgerton name by suggesting otherwise.
Oh, he said our Bridgerton name.
Back of the net!
Well done, Colin.
I don't think there was any room for her heart eyes to get even bigger.
I know. Yeah, bless her.
1-0 to Colin! Take that, you... Oh, I wanted to call her a bad name.
I wanted to show you this before our wedding.
Not polite.
It's been in the family a very long time. Are you concerned that we should not be here alone? There's not yet any staff, and I thought, well, since we are to be married...
No. You do not realise how much that meant to me. What you said to my mother. No one has ever stood up for me like that.
I will always stand up for you. You make me feel seen in ways I've never felt seen before. And then there's the way your hair cascades down your shoulder. Your lips parted just so. The softness of your skin.
Oh God, here we go again.
Other parts I've been...
Marriage first!
You must tell me to stop if you do not wish for this.
I do not wish for you to stop.
Is he going to go fully nude as well? Well, there's buttock. There's a large portion of this edited out, folks. It's getting raunchy. Well, it's not getting raunchy. It's been raunchy for a good 3-4 minutes here, but... This must have been going on for a good 10 minutes now. Come on!
I know.
Let's keep it at least family friendly.
It's Bridgerton. There's never been family friendly.
Well, the second season was, wasn't it?
No.
Nothing crazy that happened in the second season.
Yes, there was.
What?
Anthony was being very rakish.
Oh. No,
and then
wasn't.
and then him. Yes, he
Anthony.
was.
No, he
Anthony was. The second season.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Was he?
Yes.
I don't remember that. He was trying to get married in the second season.
Yeah, but he was still being rakish.
Nah, Benedict was being rakish because he was in the university full of artists having orgies.
Mm-hmm.
Benedict was being rakish. Anthony was being
And then
stoic.
there was...
Marriage first! What's going to happen when he finds out she's Whistledown?
Because Newton is watching.
Oh, goodest of boys.
Oh, I must plan the best betrothal party ever thrown before they nominate someone else as Viscountess.
Oh, is this going to be stag do? And hen do? Oh,
I think it's a bit too early for that.
It's not hen do, is it? It's back then. Would it have been called a hen do?
I don't think so. But they even have had those for the women at this point.
Probably not. They were probably expected to stay in and read.
No, not
Even though
read.
my fingers were too small to reach all
Stitch.
of the
What's it
keys.
called?
My
Embroider.
sister Daphne had
Yeah.
just begun her lessons, and I begged Mama to let me sit with her as she learned.
I just hope my husband will not hide my piano stool from me.
I would not dream of it.
No.
Something terrible is going to happen with him. I think Francesca's going to be the heartbroken one. It's either going to be something horrifically sad, like he dies,
Need an extra table or two in here for the dessert.
or it's going to be something horrifically horrific, like he's already married. And he's a bit of a... Is rake the right word?
And once again, I am left to face the fact that everyone eventually pairs off, while I too would rather be out riding. Metaphorically speaking, I do not much like horses.
Family is everything. It is why you must talk to Colin. Tell him how you are feeling. There is no better feeling than the truth.
He likes fruit jellies now.
Well, fruit jellies it is.
Oh, they're going to be good sisters.
I feel like it's who she needs, isn't it? Now that we know
Yeah.
Daphne's not going to be in it, she needs the older sister.
Mum, a connection to the Bridgerton wouldn't hurt at this moment. I told him you weren't here. That solicitor poking into Jack Featherington. He wants to see you again.
Oh, there is something I must tell you.
Oh!
God damn, that must be the servants, no doubt, bringing over my personal effects.
Eloise. It's Eloise.
It is already done. My royal messengers are marching through the streets as we speak. Oh, Lady Danbury. We are going to have so much fun.
Oh God, what's she gonna do?
I thought she was speaking in the last episode about having an alliance with Whistledown.
I think she still wants to know who it is, though.
What is this plot that she's devised?
What is it?
It's a message from the Queen.
Shall receive a £5,000 reward. Yours truly, Her Majesty, Queen Charlotte.
Oh,
Finally,
no.
the woman will get the consequences she deserves. Someone else will surely root her out.
Oh my God, what if Eloise
That's,
goes?
it's only Eloise that it could be, isn't it? Or not Eloise, or the
It's not important now.
the dress woman,
Yeah.
or the pauper boy, maybe.
Since the people at the print shop that she goes to.
Although wasn't she?
She used
She took precautions, didn't she, with them? So it's either Eloise or the.
Yeah, but they could still point her out, couldn't they?
Louise, I've been looking for you.
I need another drink. The mouth's getting all watery, all dry.
I apologise for not telling you sooner. You were inseparable. I remember the day the Featheringtons moved in across the square. From that day on, it was Penelope this and Penelope that, and Penelope and I are going to read Don Quixote, and we are going to be knights.
I was devastated to learn we were not allowed to take fencing lessons.
I know you despise Whistledown as much as I do.
Oh no!
Colin, what have you done? I need a drink. Don't get too dry. Because I keep sharply taking in breath.
We shall attend no more than one ball per month, and only if the hosts are of strong moral character. I certainly do not believe in music. And modern art nowadays is absolutely scandalous. Her tender eyes and ears will never be exposed to such filth. And of course, I do still expect babies. I so love children. I would be happy with 4 or 5.
That's what you'd be doing, wouldn't you?
Just be like, oh.
It will give you 2 time to deliberate on how best to amend your behaviour towards your sister.
I'm going to my room to read.
Very well.
Was that your... She doesn't know how to emote.
The only thing quicker than the match between Miss Featherington and Mr. Bridgerton is the rest of London's quick return to old ways.
Still emptier than they should be.
You must take some time off this week.
I cannot just...
You can. And I insist you do. Your ledgers will not miss you, but your family will.
Oh, that was a good shot. Don't see many shots out there. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? I never used to get like this. I'm so stressed.
You've truly outdone yourself, sister.
Well, as a man of the house, you must greet our guests.
With that on?
No,
Welcome.
no, come on.
Take that off.
Miss Hyacinth.
Oh.
Oh, was there a hint at future?
I mean, she is younger than her.
So?
It's a bit, yeah. He seems quite a bit younger than her, I don't think.
The decorations are somewhat more grand than I remember, are they not?
If that is your intent, then it shall be mine to honour it.
Oh, I must tell your mother how much I love what she has done with the decoration. The drinks nearby.
God. It's like she doesn't know how to be human.
Eloise mentioned that Miss Cowper invited herself so that she can watch you in your triumph.
Oh, he's speaking the language of her heart in this episode, isn't he?
Is a fool.
Lady Bridgerton.
Lord Anderson, welcome.
Do you think that'll be me and you in a few years?
I did not realise that you were coming tonight.
But we ran into each other up promenading the other day.
A happy coincidence.
And I invited him.
Oh my, she invited him.
I see. Well, to the happy couple.
I always thought it would be like Incredibles, Edna and Mr. Incredible. That's how I would grade you in like 30 years.
What? My God, you've gotten fat. Thank you.
Excuse me.
What is going on with her hair?
Either my brother is the most understanding person ever born, or you have not yet told him. You have until midnight.
Come on, Eloise.
So this is really is Cinderella, isn't it?
Huh?
Till midnight.
Oh.
Our 2 sisters, the mother. It's okay, breathe, girl, breathe.
Yeah.
Drink your lemonade.
Of course, it's already restricting the air.
May I present my brother, Viscount Bridgerton?
I've heard nothing but the highest praise for you, my lord. So you've not been speaking with my family?
Lord Kilmartin, you...
The boots.
Oh dear.
He's the same as her, isn't he?
No.
Oh.
There was mud.
Oh no.
A great deal of mud on them.
Oh, he has an anxiety problem, doesn't he? Bless him.
Shall we get some refreshment?
Oh, bless her. That's okay.
Oh, look.
That's how happy she is, though.
Oh. Yeah, she seems to be out of her shell more, but just with him.
Bridgerton, we keep missing one another.
Duty of the hostess, I'm afraid.
Well understood.
Well, that was a shock.
Good evening, everyone. To knowing each other fully, and to never taking a single day with you for granted.
The drama, it's too much for these old boards.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Congratulations to you both.
What if Prunella
The clock of life,
Figures
of
it
course. Ticks for us all.
not figures it out, but says it's someone?
Thank you. Eloise,
I cannot tell if there's part any stronger drinks or weaker ones.
Perhaps some dessert. And charades in the drawing room.
Yes, yes, go on.
Charades. Did Prunella figure it out? Or does Prunella think it's Eloise?
Of course.
I think Prunella's gonna go to the Queen.
I think she's figured it
Bridgerton
out.
rules, everyone.
It is her night after all.
Very well.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
My second is conveyed to my first.
Forget me not. Lilacs!
No. is conveyed to one's heart by the company of family. Heartsease, the flower.
Eloise is correct.
Well done. Your turn then.
Oh no. This is gonna get violent.
Oh, Anthony saw it. Oh.
You pointed at me, would you not be like that?
Elope.
No.
Is it
You're okay, so just laughing.
a conundrum?
Clever. Very.
Is it just gonna be them two?
Yeah,
Over and over.
First I would
with
venture
Anthony
in.
screaming out.
My second, I would venture in.
Oh, see, Prunella keeps looking at both of them. I don't know if she knows which one it is, but I think she thinks it's one of those two. I think she'll go to the Queen with Eloise's name.
Well, you know Daisy finally mounted a horse this week.
She did?
Mm-hmm. She had this look in her eye.
You missed it!
Her fear subsided and she did what was most difficult, and all I could think was, I wish her father were here to see this.
Is this how she's going to convince him to shut the club? He's missing on his...
Missing and everything they're getting to do and learn.
Because that's you don't want to miss that, do you? What's the point in having all this?
That is the one.
Ah, very good. Very good.
Oh no, Eloise isn't going to tell her, is he? Is she?
No, surely not.
Don't do it, come on.
I will find a way to obtain that reward.
I think she needs to tell, you know.
Lord Kilmartin.
And her and Penelope are going to have to come together to
Thank you.
face that common enemy.
Without such an audience, I should like to share with you three the true story of my muddy boots. Here is what truly happened. Even as servants tried to clean it, more spots appeared, as if from a phantom. As I reached the end of my rope, I finally looked down to discover the phantom was, in fact...
Just say, look at the way she's looking at him.
Chasing the mud with my own boots. All that to say, sometimes I miss what is right in front of me.
You are right. This is quite a story after all. Yeah.
Oh, isn't that cute? He saw it as well. Anthony, the old sausage.
Vulgar.
I would argue Whistledown's the vulgar one, though the Tom can do.
Well, she tells them all.
What I was trying
If
to
she
say.
is unmasked, it will spell ruin for her family.
Oh, she's
It's
being
only any hope
ignored.
of marriage.
I don't like this. This is shortening my life.
Excuse me.
Yep, have a sherry.
We should tell them tonight.
No, they're adorable.
I feel like they keep on adding in little doses of them to kind of counter all the stress from
Yeah.
everything else. That's okay. Breathe. Breathe,
Yeah.
girl. Breathe.
Such reward. Surely she would hate
If Prunella says it's her,
Perhaps she would love to be.
Sure did she's putting
Power, the
yeah, the
infinite,
fame.
freedom to do whatever she wants, not to mention the money.
What's going on? Ah!
And then, of course, there is the fact that she would not have to marry. Terrible, living a double life like that.
I could not keep that secret for more than an hour. Nor I, surely.
If you do not now share my feelings,
Colin.
Oh, listen.
Just gonna faint or
I need
something.
to tell you something.
Pen, are you well?
Colin, I need to
Eloise, please have a servant fetch a cold towel.
Look what you've done to the poor girl!
Mother, Lady Danbury, we have some news.
Oh, that is the best news.
Why is everything happening all at once? We should have expected this because it was the first part of the second.
Excuse us, everyone.
I have an announcement. I am she.
Surely no one's going to believe it.
Miss Cather, surely you jest.
I jest not. I am Lady Whistledown.
Look, even the old fart was moving quickly there. Honestly, she wants to be like, look what you've done to the poor lass. Oh,
as if she told her that as well at our engagement party.
I know.
Like, surely a day.
I know.
Give the girl a day.
I get like she wants her to be. She's essentially going. Colin can't possibly know if he loves you without knowing every single thing about you.
Yeah.
But you don't do it like that.
Yeah, tell you on the day.
Yeah.
You've literally got like a few hours to tell him during your engagement party.
Yeah. I knew Cressida was going to say it was her.
Surely no one's going to believe it. I hate to be that person, but surely people would kind of be like, is she smart enough to be Lady
It's not just
Whistledown?
that, but surely Whistledown will come out in one of the next
papers and
say, I am not that silly plonker.
Thing is, maybe Penelope will kind of be like, you know what, that's a way to just end it. She's going to marry Colin, the man she's always loved. She's not exactly in want of money.
Yeah.
She just doesn't have to worry about it anymore. Just let Cressida take over, because surely the Queen's going to
Not be happy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I hope the next episode is just Eloise at Penelope's bedside and saying, "Look, I'm sorry, I made you faint." Prenella's taking the blame. Let's just leave it there. It's not going to be like that.
I know.
Because this show enjoys making me dry my entire mouth.
Just the hyperventilating, like.
Yeah. I'm just at the sharp intakes of breath. Just the.
I know. There, it felt like there was just strategically placed bits of Anthony and Kate just to try and like ease some of the tension.
It's all going on though. Like, Violet and Anthony realised how perfect
Lord Kilmartin is for Francesca.
Yeah. Like, all you had to do was look at the way she was looking at him when he was telling that story. And it's like, she was saying she wants someone to bring Francesca out of her shell, but she's out of her shell when she's with him.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah,
he does do that, but more importantly, she also, as proved there, she brings him out of his shell as well.
They're good for each other. They kind of complement each
And
other.
I think that was the point there with Violet and Anthony. They both kind of saw it.
Clocked it.
Yeah.
'Cause I think she expects like she only has Anthony and Daphne to go off of, so she kind of expects similar situations. But I think now she's starting to realise, okay, actually,
they're all a bit
each
different.
of my children are different, so each of them are going to have a different way of going about finding love, and
which is fair enough, really.
Yeah.
Even Colin, like, who was it? Daphne married first, then Anthony.
Colin's engaged.
Colin was engaged, but never got married.
Yeah.
Then Anthony, then Colin's now engaged again. But I assume they're going to get married next, and then probably Francesca.
Yeah.
Then there's Benedict and Eloise. They're not married yet.
And then after them, Gregory and Hyacinth.
Yeah. Who knows? That was a tense episode. Tense. Very steamy.
It's yeah.
That got very
I know.
anti-family friendly very quickly.
It's interesting because we're getting to the point, because when I first got into Bridgerton, a big portion of it got spoiled for us in terms of the stories. So
because
like
of the books.
Because of the books. So someone that I work with accidentally spoiled Colin's story and Francesca's story for us.
Right. So you know how?
So-
do you know how this ends?
Not the general story. So like I knew Colin falls in love with Penelope. I knew that.
Right.
I knew that Francesca falls in love with Kilmartin. I knew that. but I didn't know like the mechanics of how it got there and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But now, like after this, it's gonna get to the point where I'm just not gonna know.
Yeah.
Which is good because it's like annoying going into it being like, okay, so to be honest, I didn't expect them to do this with Francesca now. But yeah, so it's gonna be interesting like the next season. I assume it's gonna be Benedict and like going into it not knowing.
Yeah.
Not knowing anything.
It was a hell of a 5th episode.
I know. It's like. Yeah. I mean, surely.
I mean, it showed you there. Even Lady Featherington didn't believe that.
No,
Penelope was.
They're all kind of like, because it seemed like Anthony, Kate, and like Violet were all kind of looking as if to go like, really?
There's absolutely no way.
Really? Like, really? It's you?
Yeah.
I think yeah. I think. I mean, it depends because it seems like the Queen likes Lady Whistledown. But
it's like she's got an intellectual raconteur, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Like someone that she can use as a sort of not nemesis, but like someone to play with.
She gets enjoyment out of
it.
Yeah. Brings some excitement, a bit of a challenge. It's so it's. I feel like the Queen is going to clock it really early on.
Yeah.
And so that God knows how it's going to end up for Cressida. Is Penelope going to tell? Cause she's got to tell Colin. Yeah. She has to tell Colin. I imagine probably the rest of the Bridgertons and possibly our own family as well, surely.
Yeah.
But is she going to tell the rest of the ton?
Surely she kind of tell all of them without telling the rest of the ton.
But then it's just like, oh, because she said so much stuff, especially in the first season. All the stuff she said that like damaged the Featheringtons, that damaged the Bridgertons. Stuff she said, you know,
about Colin,
about Anthony, about Daphne and Eloise, Kate, yeah.
She's gonna
Kate's sister.
She's gonna have to pretty much everyone, isn't she?
You know what I mean? It's gonna be
tense.
Yeah.
What 6, 7, and 8? It's gonna be a tense last 3 episodes. But don't worry, because all the people who watch these reactions are going to love it. I won't love it because it'll age me 30 years. But as long as everyone else enjoys it, that's all that matters.
What do you think of Cressida? Because I don't know, for this season, I don't know how to take her, because on one point I feel sorry for her, then the next minute I'm like, well, she's doing herself no favours.
She seems like an antagonist who's in a very antagonising position. Like, she's in a very horrible position with her parents essentially threatening to disown her, disinherit her if she doesn't marry. They're even forcing her to marry old farts.
Yeah.
But the way that she's going about, getting friends and sort of turning Eloise against Penelope. I know Eloise was already against Penelope, but sort of fueling it a bit more.
Yeah.
She had the potential. She has done things that sort of makes me kind of respect her a little bit, like when she said to Eloise, maybe you should try looking at yourself rather than constantly blaming everyone else. I like bits like that, but then she kind of reverts on herself by doing quite nasty things.
I feel sorry for her for being like, potentially getting married to that old guy, because it's like you would want to do anything you can to get out of it, but yeah, I don't know.
I think it's she seems a bit childish isn't the right word, but like immature. Like, obviously it probably goes without saying that she wasn't brought up correctly.
Yeah.
But, this idea that the thing that she values most is, being able to wear dresses once and being fabulous and being able to go to balls and stuff, over just living a life of comfort rather than anything else. Finding a love match she doesn't really seem to care about.
Yeah.
But I think that's meant to be the point, isn't it? That apart from, the odd standout person like the Kents and things like that, the Bridgertons are supposed to be the prime example of you can still raise children correctly in a sort of snobbish, upper class setting. They've all turned out reasonably well. They've all had love matches as far as we can see.
That's the thing. They're kind of different from everyone else, aren't they?
Fair play. I'll tell you what. I like all of the Bridgertons now. You know.
With Eloise, it's not so much that I dislike her. It's just like we said before. She just needs to. She's got a bit of growing up to do.
Yeah, Eloise is probably the not that I wouldn't say the lowest, but she's the one that I don't like the most. Not to say that I really dislike her, because she's still a good character.
Yeah.
I liked her interaction with Kate there, but yeah, it does feel like it's always a bit petulant more than anything else.
It's like we were saying before, it's like, because she doesn't like the idea of marriage, no one should like the idea of marriage.
Yeah.
She always tried to talk Penelope out of it when Penelope seemed to be wanting to get married, and she took it personally that Penelope is in love with Colin. And it was like, oh, it's because, she just used me to get to Colin. It's like, well, no. You know, she was actually your friend. You're just upset that she didn't tell you.
Yeah.
It's like, it feels like she just needs to say that, okay, Penelope's a different person. She can be her own person. It doesn't mean that Penelope has to be exactly like her.
Yeah. The petulance there seemed to be like you said, when the first thing she goes, oh, Penelope used me to get to Colin, but then she kind of uses the secret that she's got on Penelope to try and stop them getting married, and it's kind of like, that's just very petulant to me. I think hopefully it's in this series Eloise gets some introspection and she realises how almost self-absorbed she seems to be. It always seems to be, this is a slight on me, and this is horrific because it's hurt my feelings. Penelope's hurt my feelings because she wants to get married and I don't. Everything seems to be about her rather than Penelope has always wanted to get married,
Because that's what they've argued about that in the previous seasons, haven't they? Is that just because Penelope's ideals are different than hers doesn't mean that they're wrong, and she can,
And it's, strangely enough, and this might sound like I'm trying to be a bit too profound, but it's a reflection quite a lot on society now, is that people might have different stances on what they want and don't want in life, and that doesn't mean we all have to hate each other because we want different things. But this show is doing a good job of going, this is what Eloise thinks. She thinks her and Penelope can't really be friends if they don't want the same thing.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. So fair play to it.
I do think, I think there'll be some growth. Hopefully with this, because I think Penelope was, Eloise was one of the ones that was by Penelope's side when she collapsed. So I think maybe she's kind of like, look what I've done.
Yeah.
Now Cressida's taken the credit for her work. Because I think there's probably a part of Eloise that respects Penelope for being able to be Whistledown.
Yeah.
That's probably why she was so upset, was because it was like, okay, I couldn't figure out that you were the one that was Whistledown, even though I think I'm really smart. You've had all this success, and you had it without me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think the idea that Cressida's taking credit for Penelope's work would probably cause Eloise to be a bit like, okay, actually no, I need to start helping Penelope because this isn't right.
Yeah. She's taking credit for Penelope's achievements.
Yeah. I think that this is going to kind of...
That would be a good way to get some introspection for Eloise.
Yeah.
Like, essentially to make her go, Penelope's achieving what I always wanted to achieve, and now someone else is trying to take it away from her just because...
They don't want to get married and they don't want to...
Not even just that, but because Penelope had the nous to go, people aren't going to respect me as much as they could because I'm not a man, so I'll be as scandalous as possible and present myself as a woman, and you know what I mean. She is a woman, but not have to present herself as a man is what I mean. And so yeah, I think there will be some introspection from Eloise. I hope there is.
I hope so. It feels like there's been like growth from her every season, but hopefully there's like they put the end to their fighting at the end of the season, and then she continues to grow.
Yep. Well, that was us painfully reacting to episode 5 of Bridgerton, season 3. Let us know what you think down in the comments. Try and be nice. They have been recently, I always say Bridgerton, very nice comments, because they're all about how amazing I am. Like the video, subscribe, ding the bell to be notified when we upload. We upload every day. Anything else you want to say?
What was I going to say? I was going to say something I completely forgot. Poor Kate and Anthony not being able to announce their pregnancy.
Yeah.
Properly.
Yeah.
You know? Bless them.
I get Kate's point of view though. She enjoys it just being them two.
Yeah.
Even though she's well suited to being Viscountess, you know.
She just wanted a bit more of just the two of them.
Yeah. She doesn't strike me as the type of person that wants loads of attention and loads of, you know, gossip about her and stuff. She just wants to enjoy her marriage. And fair play to her. Thank you for watching.